Welcome to Chuck's Bricks. This is a Block Tech block bouquet. This one is a cornflower. Wow, let me get that out right. It's 167 pieces, so really we got to get building. So let's start. Step one. You can pull the pieces in, open up my instructions, and let's get going. Got this cross bar here, and we got these two cylinders that have cross inside. So we'll put one on each end of that crossbar. That's pretty simple. Step two, you take this piece with a pin and a cross on it. We'll connect the pin to this round piece here, and then we can connect that to one end. So then what do we do next? We're going to pull some more pieces in. We have this piece for ball and socket. There's 3 of them on there. We have this piece again that has a cross on the one end and a pin on the other. We'll put that through what we had here. And then on the top, we will add this piece that has connection for 2 cross in there. So then we can adjust this however we want later on if I didn't do that right. And then we are going to attach that on the part here because this one has a cross. So this one that we just did last step has a pin connection, so we can connect that all together. And then we can set that aside because now steps 4 through steps 10 are going to be building our leaves. I will show you building one of them because we're going to build 2. So step 4, we're going to take these tiles 2 by 3. These got these 1 by 3 with ends cut on 2 ends. So we're going to put all those together with this 1 by 6. So there we go. We put it all together. That's step 4. Now step 5. We are going to take this 2 by 2. And these here, these are rounded. In the picture, the parts almost look like it's square, but if you look at a picture and putting together, they are rounded. So we're going to add those on. So that's what we have so far. Now, step 6. Now these are the ones with cut and angle, so there's only 2 studs here, not 3 like the last one. It's cut and angle. Now you think you want to put the 2 studs on, but actually you're only going to use the 1 stud. So we're going to put just the 1 stud on. Then again, we put the 2 by 2 in there. That way we now have 4 studs showing on both sides. So let's continue working on the underside here. We are now going to take these tiles that have studs on instead of anti-studs. And let's see, there's 5 across here. So which 4 are we going to put them on? We're going to put them on, starting with the ones with the round, the one that cut an angle there, we're only going to put on 2 of them, not 4. Because the 2 in the middle will be the other ones. So that is step 7. Now step 8. We are going to take this 1 by 2 here with a socket for a ball and socket connection. So on the anti-stud, because this has studs on the slopes, not anti-studs, so we'll put those on, get the right direction there. So now we got 4 studs showing here. So what are we going to do with this? We're going to use 2 of the studs and put that on now. So now we got 4 studs and 2 studs showing on this side. Let's see this side up now, because we are going to flip over, and we have this 2x2 bow slope. So that's going to be these 2 studs and these 2 studs. And then we these other bow slopes that have the corner cut. So we're putting 2 of them on, 1 cut each direction. So it's now kind of looks like a nice leaf forming here. So we're going to continue on with step 10. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. This time we got the 4 studs. So this doesn't connect in the studs like the other one did. And then we got to make sure the angles, so we get a round looking leaf. So that is our round looking leaf now. At the bottom you got some anti-studs showing, but we're making 2 of those. So I pre-built the other one. So let's see here. We're going to put them on. Let's get that ball and socket connection working there. So there we are. And again, this will swivel so we can line it up later if we didn't get lined up right. So we're going to push that aside again. And now we're going to start working on the flower part. So we're going to start out with this green 2x2 round. We're going to put that on the underside here. And on the top side, we're going to put this jumper. So there's a stud in the middle of it. The next step, I'm going to pull my instructions in to show you, because they're showing this is a 1-to-1. So we're going to take this gear and this crossbar. We're going to put a crossbar through the gear, excuse me. This is being tough, so try to get this crossbar actually in the gear, because now that I got it in the gear, so I end up pushing it through the bottom side, it seemed to go in easier. So there's a 1-to-1 diagram here. So I guess we need to line this up according to that diagram. So hopefully it looks like it's lined up according to the diagram here. That was 1-to-1. So let's see what we do next. Okay, next we are going to attach it to what we built here. So we're going to push that in. Oops, I messed it up again. So let me go back to my diagram and try to line that back up. Hopefully I didn't mess up too much. Be careful when you push it in that you don't push that in, because I think I pushed it in too far. So we'll see when I build if I need to get something to pull that out further. But step 14, we're going to take these 1x3 bow slopes. We'll put the clip onto it. We're building 8 of those. So we want to attach these with the bow slope side up. So the smooth side is going to be on the side with the smooth part of the jumper there. So we put all 8 of these around. Go back to my Sesame Street counting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's our 8th one. Okay. Then let's go to step 15. This time again, we have our piece here. We are going to put the jumper on. So there we have a stud in the middle. Now we're going to put these on. So they see how that works with the jumper on there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to put that on top of what we have here. And we're going to line it up so these parts are between. So we're not putting it like right over that. We got to put those in between. Okay. So there we go. Now we're up to step 16. We're building more parts. So we are going to put this white clip on the inside of that jumper. Then we got this tooth piece we will put on the bottom of that jumper. So that's what it's going to look like. Now we're building 8 of those. And again, we're going to take this piece with the 8 bars on it. We're going to put the jumper on. Now we put these with the smooth side, not on the side of the jumper, but on the other side. So we're going to put 8 of those on. And what do we do once we get them on? We keep stacking on top of what we had here. So we are going to put this on, looking at the future pictures. And actually can tell because it has to go between. So you're going to line this up with what we have below here. So again, this piece is between what we had there. So then we can move on to step 17. And again, we're going to take one of these. We're going to put the jumper on. These we're going to build slightly different. So this time we put the clip right inside that tooth piece. We don't have the bow slope. And then we're going to, on the top, put the tile. The one end's rounded, the other end's flat. So the rounded is going to go toward a pointy part. And we're building 8 of those. This time, the smooth side is going on the side with the jumper here. So again, we're building 8 of those. And now we're going to attach all 8 onto what we have. And then we're probably going to keep stacking these jumpers one on top of the other as we go. We've been doing that all along. And let's see, when we attach this, well, we're going to line that up. Okay, you got to keep looking at, can't really tell great when they show you in step 17. So you look at step 18, you can see what it looks like after they did it. So this time, again, we're lining it up. So we keep alternating. So this time it goes between the last ones. So there we are. And what are we going to do in the next step? So in step 18, I showed you last time how to build these parts. So I won't show you this time. It's the same 3 pieces as last time. So we're going to once again put them around. This time we don't have a jumper in the middle, but where the studs are that side. Am I doing this right? Let me step back. Nope, I am doing this wrong. So this time we're doing them upside down in my, so where the studs are, where the jumper would have been, and last time we had the smooth side, this time we're putting the opposite side. And once you get these, we are going to push them up more toward the middle. Right now, I'm just trying to put them on. And I'll push them up later. I think in this one, they show them kind of up. But I think it might be easier to do the next step with them out of the way. So again, we keep alternating. Well, I am going to have to push them up. I thought I might not, but to get it on. And it's always best to look at the future stuff, but yet we keep alternating. So this time we keep alternating so we line up over the gaps. So let's take the last few pieces here. So we're taking this flower pot. In a flower pot, we're going to add a cone. And then we're going to add this jewel piece to the top of it. And then we're going to put that in the middle on the studs there. Now we can push these up further. And then the last step is to attach it all together. And there we are. That is our cornflower. Now, like I said, back when you're on step 13, they show you a diagram here. And be careful not to push it up as you go, because if you do, this connection here will be really loose. But that is our cornflower. So thank you very much from Chuck's Metal Models. Let's see what we build next. But that is these 8 block texts that I've done here. These are the 8. I made all the videos. If you want to see the hyacinth, you're going to have to go to my playlist because I didn't do a good job with that one, so I'm not really pushing it out. But it is out there showing most of how I built it. But at the end, I just kind of pushed all the rest on top. So thank you very much. And until we build again, this is the 8 block bouquets of this series. So thank you.